Hi everybody, I'm Joe.
And I'm Mary.
And we're Book Buzz.
Today, Joe is going to tell us about all the thrillers that he read through the summer. It was a thrilling summer for you. And we're going to hear all about them and which one was his favorite.
Yes. Okay, let's get right into it.
Yes.
Book number 1, I read A Slow Fire Burning by Paula Hawkins, who also wrote The Girl on the Train. This was a good book. It wasn't great. It was good. I feel like the title says it all. It was a slow fire burning. Yeah. It was clever. It was imaginative. I just didn't really care about the characters all that much. Although I did care for the underdog. I think her name was Laura. And I've noticed that this author does a good job at making us feel compassion for those struggling types of personalities, similar to The Girl on the Train.
Right.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry you didn't like this one as much. I know you really liked Girl on the Train, so it didn't stand up to that.
it was a little disappointing.
Yeah. Okay. Next one.
Okay, next we have The Third Wife by Lisa Jewell.
You love Lisa Jewell.
I do. This was also a little bit of a slow burn. As most of her earlier novels are, I feel like she's evolved as an author and she's changed her style over the years. Like her recent novels are like, I really, really think those are exciting. But the earlier ones are kind of like less so.
Okay. So this was one that you wanted to read from before.
Yeah, I'm trying to like read all of her books and you know her back catalog. It was good. I really enjoyed it. It was interesting. It was about this man who has been married and divorced twice, and is now married a third time. Hence the third wife. So he's a good guy. So like his ex-wives, he's close to his ex-wives. He has children with both of them. So some of them are adult children. His third wife dies and is killed. So there's a lot of suspects because again, like, you know, these two families are, you know, some of them are jealous, some of them don't like that he has a third wife, like, Dad, what are you doing? And like there's just a lot. The ex-wives, you know, there's a lot of characters in here. So yeah, it was a unique story. It was really good.
Okay, cool.
Okay, next we have A Season to Lie by Emily Littlejohn. I've never read a book by her before, and I like reading new authors. And this was a pretty good mystery. It's about a police officer who just got off maternity leave. She's back. She's trying to adjust. A blizzard hits, and she gets an anonymous phone call reporting a sneaky person around the local high school. And when she arrives, she finds the dead body of a very, very famous author whose like presence in the town was supposed to be a secret.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it goes on from there.
Very cool. I like the blizzard component too because it makes it a little more scary. Like, oh, we can't get around. Oh, the phone lines are going to go down. That kind of stuff.
Exactly. So this is a good one.
Okay.
Again, not great, but good. I enjoyed it.
All right.
And I would read more.
So you would read more of this author?
I would.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Okay, so next up, I read a lot of these on summer vacation, and I had to wait to read this one until after my flight because this is it. Falling by T.J. Newman.
I can understand why you had to wait.
Yes, so it took place, the whole thing was on the plane. Oh my God, this was a good one. So the pilot is notified that if he doesn't crash the plane, his family will die. So his family is taken hostage. And that's the message that he gets. And he's communicating with the guy through FaceTime on his phone up in the plane. Okay, and one of the flight attendants has a nephew in the FBI. So she texts him. So like there's that communication from land up into the plane. So there's like that back and forth. The bad guy has someone on the plane to make sure that the plan is carried out, but we don't know who it is. Okay, and apparently he's forcing the pilot to throw a canister of like this noxious gas into where all the people are, into the cabin, because apparently like he like put it in his bag before he went to work that day. He was in his house that morning. He was like the cable guy.
Okay.
So
very creepy.
It was horrifying and scary. I am not one who likes to fly. Like, it bothers me. It bothers me big time. So like I was like gonna puke the whole damn book.
Having like palpitations, right?
Yes. It was scary. So this is this author's first novel.
Oh.
I enjoy first novels, debut novels, if you will. However, some word choice and sentence structure I didn't really mesh with that well. Like a few things I had to reread to like get the meaning of.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever have that happen to you?
Yeah.
So there was a little bit of that.
But it sounds like it was a really good story despite that.
It was. It really didn't ruin anything.
Okay.
It was just an observation.
Uh-huh.
So,
cool.
Yeah. Good one.
All right.
Okay.
I won't be reading it.
Yeah, I know. It's not easy. I'm hoping I like forget all about it before my next flight.
Absolutely.
Oh. Okay, so next we have another Lisa Jewell novel, The Family Remains.
Okay.
Now this is a follow-up to The Family Upstairs,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool because Lisa Jewell doesn't really do that. Follow-ups, like, so now we get to find out what happened to those characters,
Cool.
which is kind of cool. So I just want to give a little history of The Family Upstairs. The Family Upstairs, it's about a family who some guy moves in, and he's like a con man, cult leader like type who takes over. He takes over the family's finances. He takes over everything. There's sexual abuse. There's kids in the home. There's sexual abuse. There's horrible things that happen, and the book ends in murder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not going to say who gets murdered. So that was pretty good. So now the follow-up is like what happens to those who got out of the house, and like the murder investigation.
Okay.
So Lisa Jewell often goes from past to present, back and forth and back and forth. I was having a little bit of trouble following this one. Okay, so I like a standalone. So the fact that this is a follow-up, so now you know me. I had to recall the events of the last book, which is not easy for me.
But didn't she help you with that? I feel like authors usually do a good job helping you with that.
She did, and she was helpful because she actually put like a cast of characters and who they were.
Okay.
So it was helpful, more helpful than others. But still, I was a little annoyed that I had to remember and stuff because I couldn't remember.
Right.
But I do now, and it did come back, so that was fine. So it was enjoyable. So this book had to do with solving the murder of the first book.
Okay.
Back and forth.
So they didn't know who did the murder at the end of the first book?
No.
Okay.
No, but we find out here.
All right.
Mhm. That's
cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice because sometimes you want more from a story, and you were able to get it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, so next up we have The Chain by Adrienne McKinty. We did a whole video on this.
Creepy story.
First of all, I love the cover.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a good cover. So this was the one about the organized kidnapping system where someone steals your kid and then calls you and says, if you don't kidnap somebody else's kid, your kid's gonna die. How about that?
Not cool.
Person.
Mm-mm.
Right? And so they're forced to make these horrible choices, right? So the first half was like so exciting, learning about this shocking story and all these horrible choices that somebody has to make. Second half, didn't keep up with the action. Didn't stay with me.
You lost the momentum.
They did.
Sad.
So there you have it, The Chain. It was good. I still liked it, but just being honest, right?
Absolutely.
With
Be
the
honest,
critiques.
man.
We have to be critical with book buds now. We have to be. All right, so I'm going to name my favorite thriller of the summer. I absolutely loved it. It's a Lisa Jewell book. Surprise,
of course
surprise.
it is. You love her.
It was so good. The Night She Disappeared.
Okay.
Oh my God, this was so good. So
was this one of her more recent ones?
This one came out last year.
Okay.
This year's was The Family Remains. Last year was The Night She Disappeared.
Okay.
Oh, so good. Okay, so I read this on the entire flight back home from my vacation. 4-hour flight. Read the entire book on the plane.
Nice.
Yeah, I just couldn't stop.
Nice.
Could not stop. So this book is about Tallulah. She has a son. The father's name is Zach. Now, Zach, seduced her and made her fall in love with him, but then turned crazy. Why do they always turn crazy?
Because you don't really know who they are.
Right.
You just fell in love with the good looks.
Well, he was controlling and abusive. Okay, and took over her whole life, and she was just like not really having it. She loved her son, and she just wanted to get away from this guy because he was just too much. But he wants to propose. Okay.
No good.
And he's in there living in the house with her and her son and her mother, and the mother loves him because he has completely fooled her. And so she doesn't want to get married to this guy. She just wants to try to find a way out.
Could she not just break up with him?
It was very hard. They're young.
Okay.
They're young, and her mother loves him. She has the son. She tried to make it work. Like, she really tried. And again, she's young.
His son?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That makes it hard.
Yeah. There's so much that happens in this book, and I can't even like go on because I don't want to spoil anything. Oh my God. So this book, it's her classic Lisa Jewell, past, present, past, present. I had no trouble following this at all. Like, I knew exactly who everybody was. I knew exactly what year and what was happening. And the way that she like does it, where like the past, so like the criminal act will happen in the past, but we're in the future with the investigation happening. And like the two are like in parallel, moving along.
Yeah.
So if you find out something about the investigation, then the next chapter will be about that in the past, and you'll see how. So good.
Nicely organized, very OCD. I like it.
Yeah, yeah, it was really good. This is the only book of these books that I gave a 5-star review.
So it's called The Night She Disappeared. So who disappeared? Can I know? I'm assuming it's the girl. You don't want to tell me. All right, don't tell me. It's fine.
There's a lot that happens.
Fine.
You should read this one.
Maybe
She's
I will.
like, my list is too long.
Since it was your very favorite, and it doesn't sound like there's people being kidnapped and stuff like that, I think I might be able to handle this thriller. Should I?
It's a good one, yeah.
Okay. Has anybody else read this one? What do you think? Should I read it?
And I love discussing thrillers with her because she's so like detail oriented, and she takes note of everything. She remembers everything. Like I wish you would read more because you're so fun to talk about it with.
I'm sorry, bud. I just, I like my light stuff.
I know.
It makes me super happy.
I'm not judging, but I do enjoy when we.
It is nice to share them. I know.
Together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So The Night She Disappeared, best book of the summer.
Awesome.
Loved it.
I'm glad you had such a good book. I hate when you read books that you don't love.
I know you do. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Great wrap up.
Yeah, I really
Good
enjoyed
thrillers. All right. Were there any that you'd say to people like stay away from this one, or like they were all good enough?
They were all 3 stars and above.
Okay.
I didn't hate any of them, to be honest.
Yeah.
I did enjoy all of them.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. If you're enjoying Book Buds, give us a thumbs up.
And share us with your friends.
And subscribe to our channel, Book Buds!
I was up all night reading this book. I loved it.
Hi, everybody. I'm Joe.
It's a car. Okay.
You did the asshole. What is that?
Is that?
Jackass or something, right?
I don't know what it means. I'm just doing it and I don't even know.
Do a picture?
Yes. I'll be screaming.
Thriller.
Yeah, right?
I love you always do that.
That's a better blooper.
The silent scream. Almost silent. It's so low.
There's a scream.
I'm not sure if my faces were good for the silent scream.
Do it over. Ready?
Okay.
I'll do it totally silent. Okay, totally silent.
It's not as
my
good.
screaming face might be yucky.
I can't wait to analyze the screaming phase.
Ready?